Hey everybody, and welcome back to the MedBros channel. In today's video, I have brought Harmon and Beneath along, and we will be reacting to a Jubilee video where strangers are ranking their intelligence slash IQ.
Before we proceed to this great video, make sure if you haven't checked out our merch, Shaman's wearing one of our pieces, which is the Wear KB slash MedBros collection. You can definitely shop it in the link down below, or just go directly to wearkb.com. Just a little plug there. You know, you had to put
if
it
you're
in.
not
get
intrigued,
your
just
merch.
visit the site, look at me modeling the clothes, and you will want to buy them immediately.
Oh, go look at shopping modeling those clothes.
All right, let's get into the video.
I'm gonna go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, we'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
He goes to Yale.
You seen her
Sounds
around?
familiar? No.
Should we just like go down and do
Intros.
Yeah, I'm Sade, I'm 24. I work in finance. I have a bachelor's degree. I went to Yale.
I'm Tyler. I'm 21.
So they're gonna try to line themselves up right there on the spot, just based on
they're gonna
credentials?
rank themselves.
Oh my
by
God, I
their
get this video.
intelligence, and then they're gonna take an IQ test afterwards.
I
to
wonder
see
how much of this
it
is gonna
aligns.
take into account appearance, how you carry yourself.
Oh,
how
appearance
does
is
that
going to
take
be
it-
100%
Okay, let's
what
take a
this
look.
video is dictated off of.
I'm a high school graduate and I work in the Marine Corps.
I'm Kaylee. I'm 25. I'm a software developer. I went to Ohio University and I have a bachelor's degree.
Maria, I'm 30 years old. I have my PhD in cancer biology and I work in a biotech industry. Grad school, I went to University of South Carolina, and undergrad, I went to University of Florida.
Hi everybody, my name is Sean. I'm 27. I'm the director of social media for a company, and I also work for a digital ad agency. I got a double major in dance and cultural anthropology. Undergrad, I went to Loyola Marymount University.
Hi everybody, I'm Ray. I'm 24. I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Harvard recently, and I work in consulting.
Oh, y'all are babies.
I know, that's what I was saying, is age an actor?
Yeah, it gives you like years of experience.
Yeah,
in
I
life.
guess
We need maybe it's good to identify what intelligence means to everybody.
That's a really
I think
good
Exactly
question.
where I would start.
I think just even based off of the way she introduced herself, the way she carries herself,
She's going to rank herself one.
I don't think she'll rank herself one.
She will rank herself. I think she will. I think she will rank herself 2,
Yeah.
just not to put herself all the
Yeah.
way at the top, and she'll play that extra game of being under
But I think
when
she
knows.
is actually the highest IQ, I believe.
This is very common among some people if they give you the longest list.
Yeah.
And they're trying
But
to
okay,
prove
it
themselves.
wasn't though she was trying to prove herself. Her stuff was all factual. Like, she had to say where she went for her grad school, and she had to say where she went to undergrad. The other people didn't go to grad school.
I'm telling you right now, the guy on the very left is going to be the highest IQ. I've seen it too many times. I have personal experience.
What are you
okay?
you
basing
think
this
he
off
has
of?
the highest IQ on the left?
Yes, because I've seen it too many times.
What are you
the
basing
ones
it
that
off?
are just like, yeah, let's move on. They're like 160 IQ.
I think he's low-key full of himself.
No, 100% not.
So I do think it can go either way. Either he
100%.
does
I've
think
seen
he's
it.
full of himself and is too
All right,
good
let's
for
watch.
this, or he's what you're saying.
Okay.
Intelligence is better defined as your adaptability and your problem solving
Look at the way he's
skills
standing.
more than it is your education. Obviously, like
Stop
the education.
describing yourself. It's sickening.
Shaman
You
is seeing
clearly
himself in the man to the
describing
left.
yourself. Yeah.
He's living through him.
Education, the stuff you've been through, puts a lot into play in it because it gives you more resources, more thoughts to draw from. The formal education definitely helps, but I don't think it's in any way essential.
So what is the most essential?
So the most essential thing would probably be common sense.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think intelligence is both EQ, IQ, and that common sense, street smart intelligence, all of that combined.
People consciously or unconsciously, when they see someone, form an opinion immediately. Like I'm sure we all did right away.
When I saw you, I told myself, Maria, do not judge him just by his looks. He could be throwing you off, or that's just who he is, but he can talk the talk and walk the walk. Sean, I didn't want to judge him.
I 100% agree with Puneet. This lady knows she's going to be high on the rank. She's playing her game. She's pumping people up. She's going to put herself number 2. She wants them to vote her number 1. I know her game, bro.
I'm telling you that.
Based on the way he looks or dresses or acts. So I was like, I think he's intelligent.
First impressions, I would put him at the bottom only because when I was in school,
That's
no mercy.
This is Ruth.
I don't like this guy.
Common
he's
sense,
he's at the
baby.
bottom for me right
Yeah,
now.
in terms of likability.
Not because of the high school stuff, just likability, and like you gotta carry some humility like everyone else is.
all the other people with like the bright neon colors and stuff, they were typically the ones doing worse in classes. If we're
That's it. Wait, did you hear that? Did you hear
He
what
said
just said?
neon colors are the people doing worse in classes.
I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one.
Evidence-based medicine.
His
y'all.
EQ is low. At least I can say that.
Yeah, definitely.
For ranking confidence, I'd definitely put Sean at very first place.
So what is the definition that we're going with is the biggest question.
I like your definition.
I know, I was gonna say, I like my definition. It combines everything.
She's so humble.
No, she's deteriorating.
I didn't say she's humble, did I?
No, here's the thing,
No, I
right?
didn't.
Here's the thing. The game starts to fall apart as you get deeper and deeper, and you really want to be up there. It starts falling apart, and that's what we're seeing.
Yeah. She wants to be up
Yeah,
there.
By the end of
He
the
has not
day,
said a word. The
I
man
lean
on the
with
left
Shaman.
has not said a word.
No, I agree.
Does anyone have any like initial?
You can be honest.
Start on that side.
I'm done going.
Now you have enough data because they're going to start ranking. I want us to rank.
All right,
where
let's
they're gonna
rank
be.
preliminary.
They're
before
literally
we-
about to rank each
before
other.
they rank each other.
So I want
Beneath,
left
you
to
start.
right.
Okay.
Beneath, give us the
I'm
rankings.
gonna start. Yeah, like Shaman said, highest. He's the quietest. He has the education background. I think the guy on the left goes first. Then IQ aptitude-wise, like number IQ-wise, I'd probably put the cancer PhD next. Then
So
I'll
the one in the middle.
Yeah. Then I'll go with her, the software girl.
What was
Interesting
her?
choice.
She seems very like well-spoken,
I
well-rounded.
haven't heard much from her though.
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that. And
Okay.
then I'll probably go with Sean, and then I'll go with the girl over here at Yale, and then I'll go with the Marine Corps.
Oh wow. Okay.
Interesting.
Sean, what do you think?
I'm actually in a lot of agreement with Benit's list. I'd probably put the one on the very right as like third or fourth, though. Put her higher.
Disclaimer: we are doing this as an exercise in reaction to Jubilee. Nobody ever does this in real life. I mean, you might. When none of us three sit around looking at people, even first impressions, ranking people. This is just for the exercise for the video. Disclaimer.
Exactly. And if this was accurate, obviously Jubilee does this for clicks and attention because it's simple for people to understand, putting them on a linear pattern. But if this was real life, you'd have to have like a three-dimensional kind of axis. This is just one axis. When people, these guys can all be first in their own categories
100%.
at different things.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. What did
So
you rank
I'm
them?
1 all the way to the left, 2 red pants, 3 girl all the way to the right, 4 girl in the jeans. It's a toss up.
Processing.
It's a coin toss. I'm just gonna go Marine 5, 6.
Well, if you want to know
neon
our
hair.
ranking, clearly I'm struggling here the most. So
I have a couple switch from you guys. but let's
Feel
go.
free to rank us in a linear pattern.
Oh, I would love
after
to see that.
listening to
Oh
the
my
one.
god, yeah, totally. I would love to hear that.
first.
I feel like I have a good combination of both, like book smart and street smart. So yeah, I think I have some input on that. There's so many aspects to intelligence. It really goes beyond IQ and EQ. Even those two different factors
Exactly
don't
what I'm
really
saying.
capture what it really means to be intelligent.
I know I'm not, from Yale. I don't have a PhD, but what I lack in those areas, I'm able to still problem solve and use my own skill set, my emotional intelligence as well as my social intelligence.
Besides my education and background, I feel like I have high emotional intelligence, like I'm aware of my surroundings.
As a software developer, my problem solving skills are obviously top notch, I think I would say. My whole life I've kind of had to fight to be seen as intelligent. I think I'm so used to having to do that as a woman, to just step up and be like, yep, I deserve to be here. My first job out of college, I was working at a law firm. A gentleman came up to me and said, hi, you don't look like somebody that would work at a law firm. You look like somebody I'd go on spring break with. And I'm like, what?
Obviously, out of everyone here, I've got the least formal education. I consider myself intelligent. My mental dedication and my ability to...
The music changed. Do you hear the music now?
It's been doing that for him for the past, every time he talks,
It's
they've been
been
doing
going
that.
dun,
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 dun, dun, dun, dun,
like
dun.
a
Little
dumb
Dumbledore music.
Like a
I don't-
Dumbledore,
yeah,
Dumbo
I don't know
music.
what's been going on with this
Everyone
guy's
else is
music.
like dun 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 dun, dun and then it goes like dun dun.
I
dun,
noticed
dun,
that,
dun,
100%.
Okay.
Jubilee.
to adapt and to problem solve. What I do in the Marine Corps, I'm a seabird defense specialist. So I think that by virtue of what I do, that already requires some amount of intelligence.
Sorry, quick question. So do you think that only certain people can do your job, or do you think anyone can do your job?
That's a rough. First of all,
I thought she had hella EQ. That's not a nice thing.
I'm
to
telling you
ask.
right now, I can answer that question for her. Almost everybody can do your job. Not many people can do his job. That's a dumb question.
I'm actually gonna drop her score to third.
I agree.
I agree
because
with that
she's
too.
the EQ was just a little off.
What EQ? My EQ is amazing.
And she goes, Do you think anyone can do your job?
What kind of question?
Do you think anyone can do yours?
Certain people. You have to take the ASVAB before you go into the military. That's not really how much you know, but how well you can learn information. And I got a 94 on that. It's not an amount of how much you study, how much you know. You're not going to really get better at learning. Does that make sense?
I strongly disagree with you don't get better at learning. The idea that you can get better at learning is a pretty big signifier of intelligence.
Said you can't get better at learning.
Oh, well, I disagree with
think
that.
you can.
You can.
Intelligence. I'm very much dyslexic. I have ADHD and I'm on the autism spectrum. Dyslexia means that there's a big gap in comprehension. So I was scoring 99th percentile in certain areas and like 3rd percentile in others. I'll never be able to learn another language. I took Spanish for 12 years and I can still basically only order a burrito.
So I have a question. Why did you go to Yale and why did you go to Harvard?
My parents are immigrants from China, and I'm a first-generation immigrant as well and college student as well. My family always really stressed the importance of formal education. For me, that was something that I really strived for.
I wasn't planning to go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, I'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
Why don't you guys rank each other from 1 to 6, including yourself, and give reasons why you want to do what you're doing?
I gotta go 1.
No.
Oh yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would rank you as a 6, not meaning that you're not intelligent. I also think that I don't place a lot of value on the military.
Oh! By the way, at first that's very rude.
That's so weird. These people's EQ.
Yeah, but I think overall, given that all these people, the first thing they did was say what university they're from, and they're like, why did you go to Harvard? Why did you go to Yale?
Yeah.
They're overemphasizing the importance of college.
Yeah.
I actually think after listening to their conversation, the brown shirt, even though I don't personally think he's the nicest, I think he's actually smarter.
Oh, I think he's smarter than multiple people on this panel.
Yeah, the way he's speaking and the way he's processing what the others are saying, I actually think he's going to be a little higher on the IQ test than 6. I mean, definitely not the top.
I agree. Yeah.
I still think the gray shirt's going to be top.
Yep.
I think just given the ADHD and dyslexia, and nothing against you, but I don't know how that affects the IQ test because it might be hard to like understand some of the questions and whatnot.
Right.
I don't know if it's timed or they have like a time period to do this. So maybe she's going to be a little lower on the right. Again, I already said Red Pants is going to be lower based on what I'm processing from her.
Yeah.
And you're right. The IQ test is not actually testing like true intelligence.
Yeah,
it's a very
exactly.
specialized
That's what I'm saying.
type of
we're
questions
ranking
that you're looking
based
at.
off IQ.
But I still
test.
think like it has like a lot of problem solving and like out of the box thinking. That I think is going to be helped by being in the military. So I think that he's going to do a little better on the IQ
I agree
test
with
than
that
at least,
definition.
Like not 5 or 6, but go on.
Okay, let's keep watching.
What are you going to change in your ranking?
I'm going to go gray shirt 1. I'm going to go this girl in the jeans with a white shirt 2. I'm going to go red pants 3. I'm going to go her 4, debatable whether she should switch with him 5, and then military, and then 6.
My changes are also I'm dropping red pants to a 3. I'm switching her with the girl in the white top and jeans. And I'm also going to switch her to last.
Oh
yeah, I would say so.
I could see that.
And between him and her, the beige jacket and her. And we'll put...
But like...
Period.
No, full stop.
I'd probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry.
I'm the villain this episode.
Does anyone think they're like at either end of the spectrum?
I'd say I'm 1, if nothing else, because I know what I'm about and I'm sure of that.
Wait, you guys have to rank everyone too. That is so unfair. No.
I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry. It's hard for me to look past the education part. Going to college, I think you learn a lot, if nothing else emotionally, but I still think you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I don't know why they keep doing my guy like that, man.
Well, it's because he's cocky.
Yeah, we're going to keep giving him a 6.
4, 5, 6. 1, immigrant parents, first generation going to college, humble, modest, 2, me, I don't know, PhD, biology scientist. I work in a biotech company. We make COVID-19 testing kits, stuff like that. And then 6. It has nothing to do with your background. I don't think you really have the highest EQ out of all of us. Tyler, he ranked last for me personally because the way he carries himself. He was ranking intelligence based on his point of view and not taking in other people's point of views and compiling results, but really just came down to his body language, his demeanor, the way he carried himself, the way he acted towards the group.
I would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 6. So the reason why I put you at number 1 is I think you have the highest, not only EQ score out of everybody, but the way you present yourself, as well as being a PhD student, I think is just like a huge thing. And I put myself 6 because I feel like I might be the weakest in terms of actual IQ score. Hopefully I can make it up to everything else. So I did put myself as least intelligent. However, if it can't be me, I definitely think Tyler, unfortunately, his way of thinking is linear.
Pause. What did Tyler do again in this whole thing that pissed everybody off?
Stop not vilifying him, though. He did call himself the smartest, which I think that's
listen,
unwarranted for.
When this guy is showing up the whole thing's about smartness. People are going to be buying for themselves.
It's about an IQ.
I understand, but the entire time everyone's putting him 6, my boy's going to have to say, no, I'm number 1. I believe in myself.
Then again, that's not IQ based if you're going off emotion. I'm 6, I gotta be 1.
But
you're not 1.
You don't roast the guy. His attitude is apparently off. The way he's approaching the group is apparently off.
That's
because
all
he ranked
EQ.
Himself 1?
No, because he's also he's definitely, his demeanor is
Shaman.
all off.
I am a little
neon
more.
colors are stupid.
I am a little more understanding of Tyler. I would say that I don't like the way that they're vilifying Tyler over the others. I think each of them, most of them, had said pretty rude stuff to someone else in the group.
Most of them directed toward Tyler.
Yeah,
by the way.
even though Tyler is not the most friendly person from what we can see so far, I would never say the stuff that they're saying to him.
Agreed.
What exactly what was said that you hated?
I don't respect the military.
Tyler didn't walk out on stage saying, "I'm number 1, howdy folks." No, you know what happened to Tyler? Let me tell you what happened to my boy Tyler. You're a 6. You're a 6. I'm sorry. I don't respect the military. You're a 6. And
even before that,
his turn came. He was the 4th one. He was the 4th one to give his score, and then he said, I rate myself number 1 because the guy has
cocky before that.
The guy has some pride in himself and is not going to let everyone give him some 6s.
Yeah,
he's not going to come out here and go, I think I'm a 3 after everyone's freaking 6'd my boy.
Okay, I'll gladly say I'm a 3, 4, 5, 6. I literally could care less.
No.
And I think intelligence is almost like a sphere. It's a picture. And right now he's only coloring with one color than, with the rainbow.
So who got the most number 1s? Thank you. Down.
Who got the most?
Sean A was pretty up there too.
I feel like you were definitely 3, right?
Yeah.
I'm between Harvard and Yale.
5.
I think that I sort of expected to be ranked a little bit lower. At first glance and first interaction with me, it's hard to tell how intelligent I am. It's hard to tell how intelligent anybody is.
Is anyone upset with where they're standing?
I think it makes sense that I'm down here. Like the guy who graduated from high school and then joined the military, he probably wouldn't be like high up on there. If I was in their shoes, I definitely would have also ranked myself among the lowest.
I do feel like there might be a prejudice acting in terms
Where's
of
my guy's EQ low?
Okay, I was thinking that
highly. But I agree with the ranking.
dirty.
I think you probably are the most intelligent out of all of us. I would feel weird placing you there and not acknowledging the dynamics in which we did.
She's so spiteful.
So. Hearing that I had to take an IQ test was definitely hard to hear. Quantifying things for me in that realm is really hard because it gives you something really solid. Even if you don't buy into IQ tests, it still gives you a number at the end of the day, which is something you have to grapple with.
You really don't.
You really don't. That's a good point.
Okay.
I literally thought when you said to open the computer, we're going to look at social media, that I didn't think an IQ test would be part of it.
It was kind of expected. We're being ranked by intelligence, an IQ test. It's not that far out the realm of possibility.
So number 1 is Raymond. Number 2 would be Kaylee.
Hold on. Wait, who's Raymond?
I I dropped her. I'm right. Yeah, Raymond's a guy.
Okay, hold on. Can we watch the whole
I was
ranking?
right. I was right.
Okay, we're all right so far.
Number 3 will be Tyler.
Let's go!
And number 4.
Oh! Let's go! Oh my God!
Would be Shada. Number 5 is Sean, and number 6 is Maria.
God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Cancer PhD girl.
Hold on, let me see the face.
You know, technically, not only does she have like that attitude,
112.
she has the most number of schooling, like beyond, like 4 years beyond.
Bro.
I think an IQ test tests something. I don't think it's intelligence. It's definitely testing something. IQ tests are now known to be flawed and like based on incorrect sample sizes. I have really severe dyslexia. There's 2 questions on that test that I automatically basically can't answer.
I'm sure if you studied for an IQ test, you would do a lot better. IQ tests are just one aspect or one way to measure intelligence. It's really on a spectrum what constitutes somebody as intelligent.
Before this, all I knew about IQ tests is that they existed, and the I stands for intelligence. I've never looked into IQ tests before. Coming here today, them saying the EQ, that was the first time I've ever heard that term in my life.
Coming back to intelligence, it's not just your IQ, it's your EQ, it's your common sense, it's street smarts. Sure, it is some type of metric, similar to an SAT and ACT score is a metric for getting into college, but there's more to that person than that test.
I'm actually excited I wasn't last because I thought I was going to be last, not going to lie. I think an IQ test is a good indicator to see how people handle pressure, but I think that's easier to make sense in our heads that, oh, you're smart and you're not smart.
Definitely don't think it's the best metric. I've been exposed to tests like these probably more than most people here. That already gives me an unfair advantage.
This is my villain redemption arc. I'm climbing up the ladder.
Pauses. So here's what I'll say. It's funny how the instant the results were revealed, how sad everybody got, and how immediately it became about excuses. And before that, it was no, I am smart, I'm up here, I'm this. And then when the results came, the only person that was really happy in there, I could feel that was
Number
top
5
and top 3, and that one dude who really didn't care to be there. He was just happy to be there. Yeah,
that is an excellent point, and I think that everyone can say that they don't care about intelligence, they don't care about the IQ test, but there's a huge gap between that thinking and actually not caring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when the IQ test results come out, everyone started scrambling.
Yeah.
Like half the people.
Yeah, I thought that was an excellent video, an excellent exercise in judging people. Yeah, and just excellent overall. I love that video.
All right, Benita, what do you think about that?
My thoughts are just like, I just think the concept is dumb to go in and be like, I think you're number 1 and you're number 6.
I think the idea of measuring the intelligence is dumb,
stupid.
but I think it's more of like an emotional exercise.
I think it's a great exercise in understanding the human psyche.
I think there's a lot more
people.
emotional work to be done for these people beyond this.
Yes.
It's a childhood trauma, ACTs, SATs. There's clearly a lot of baggage here, and clearly a lot of personality issues that go into all of these issues that can't be solved with just an exercise.
And this video is so entertaining. If this video gets at least 1,000 likes, which not gonna happen, we will do this ourselves. We will take the 3, we'll argue on who's the smartest, we'll do the IQ test, and we'll put ourselves in the exact same shoes as Jubilee.
God, I'm actually
bring it on, and we'll have people in the comments vote as well. If this video gets 1,000 likes, share it, guys. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure this video gets out there.
Also, leave your guesses down below.
And leave your guesses down below.
That will be the most juicy video, I'm telling you.
I'm gonna definitely be third on that list.
Anyways, with that said, we are going to close this video. I actually had a lot of fun filming this.
Yeah, this was an awesome one.
It was a great idea. Thank you, Jubilee, for coming up with this.
Yeah.
And that's it for here. We will see you in the next one. If you want to watch the follow-up, hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe. And with that, we will see you later.
Oh, cop our merch, guys. Bye.